played the boxing game. And what this speaks to, and this is a boxing show, boxing is fundamentally exploitative. I get this as a fan. It's a guilty pleasure. I get it, right? And usually it's fans and networks exploiting fighters, right? We say, we want to see you in blood and guts fights, which risks their health for the rest of their life to entertain us. But here's what's crazy to me about a fight like that. And I remember, when I'm a little kid, Sugar Ray Leonard wins the gold medal. And then you blink, he's fighting Benitez for the title. Then he's fighting Durant twice. Then he's fighting Hearns. It didn't take 100 years to make the fight. But what's wild about something like this is a real super fight, and I said this on the broadcast for Crawford and Canelo, can't be promoted into existence. Right. What a real super fight is, the dust settles in an era, and there are two dudes left standing. There's Ali, there's Frazier, there's Leonard, there's Hagler, there's Mayweather, there's Pacquiao. That's a super fight, right? There's Crawford, there's Canelo. Those are two big fighters of the era. This type of fight, this could easily be at the end of an era, because Teo might be a dude left standing and Shakur could be the dude left standing, right?
I agree. Are you training to do something to not just beat Shakur, but to beat him in grand fashion? And when I say grand fashion, I mean going for the knockout.
Well, I think that the whole thing is the Bible of boxing really is that if you look for the knockout, you won't get it. I think really it's just all about setting the good pace early in the beginning rounds.
We have going for us when a person underestimates you. That's lovely. And that ain't the only thing he's underestimating. So,
veteran analyst Max Kellerman believes this matchup presents a serious challenge for Shakur Stevenson. He describes it as a demanding test of skill, discipline, and adaptability, emphasizing that this is far from an easy fight for either competitor.
Pleasing fight. We've seen the way Teo goes against some of these boxers. We've seen Shakur in some bad fights, obviously. Although Shakur looks pretty damn good against William Zepeda. Teo's not a pressure guy. He likes to counter punch. Two counter punchers, really.
Yes, it is not but there are some fights, guys. I think about Pernell Whitaker and Buddy McGirt, or Sugar Ray Leonard and Wilfred Benitez. I love the high-speed chess match. Yes. Not every fight has to be rock'em sock'em robots, right? That is, I agree with you. Aesthetically, there could be problems because someone has to take the lead, and they're both counterpunchers. But Chris, Teo has some angles with his feet that might bother a guy like Shakur.
That's exactly what I was thinking. He has great angles with the feet. He moves greater in the ring, and combination fighter, to me.
Teofimo Lopez remains confident as ever, stating that when the two finally meet, the experience will be eye-opening for Stevenson. His comments reflect belief in his own preparation and readiness for the moment.
My mandatory, and he was too hesitant trying to commit to punches. So I think that it's just something that's going to be a rude awakening for Shakur.
Hey, Doug, you hear that? He said the Bible of boxing. What else is called the Bible of boxing? Ring Magazine. And he's a two-division Ring Magazine champ.
Great ambassador for those championship belts as well.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm very big on those things. I claimed 2 weight divisions, 2 Ring Magazine belts.
According to Shakur Stevenson's coach, Jack, the team stayed true to their core training philosophy while making key strategic adjustments for this fight. The focus, he says, has been on fighting smarter, maximizing efficiency, and preparing for specific challenges Lopez presents.
You trying a few new little things, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's basically the same thing we've been doing. We changed the strategy, but no camp is never exactly the same. So yeah, it's just like always. We may try a little bit of this and a bit of that, but it's mainly the same things. One of the best things we have going for us when a person underestimates you. That's lovely. And that ain't the only thing he's underestimating. So we're good.
Max Kellerman also highlighted the contrast in strengths between the two fighters. While Stevenson's skill set and sharpness stand out, Kellerman notes that Lopez's strength, movement, and ring presence make him a formidable opponent with clear intent to compete at the highest level.
Thing I like about Teo's style, when you have a guy like Shakur whose defense is that good, and he's not just a guy who's going to hug you, he can box, the easiest thing in the world is just to pick him against everybody.
Right.
Yes. But Teo also has the kind of footwork, Malik, where he steps around guys. And I think about Buddy McGirt, Meldrick Taylor.
Yes.
Roy, where Meldrick had quick enough feet where if you were going to come right at Buddy McGirt, he could box you. But Meldrick could give him angles that were more difficult. I think of Roy Jones, James Toney. If you were going to go at James Toney, forget it. His defense is too good. But Roy had the feet to move around James Toney, and maybe Teo has the feet to move around Shakur.
I seriously doubt it, man. Shakur is a whole different type of animal. His ring IQ is up there with the best. He's getting literally, I don't know how many times we've seen.
For Lopez, this fight represents a chance to prove himself once again. He enters the matchup motivated, focused, and determined to answer critics through performance rather than words.
Kept it moving. I do feel like I am in a situation that when I do make fighters look bad and beat them up, the first thing that they going to run to is, oh, this guy wasn't that good, or this guy is not nobody. They're going to take away from my resume, same way they did with Bud. Just like my last fight. They turned the dude that I was fighting and they say he's a cab driver. But I want to say his fight before he fought me, he fought Nakatani. And no disrespect to Teo. Teo had, a majority decision with Nakatani. Lomachenko, it took him 9 or 10 rounds to get him out of there. That dude got him out of there in 6. So he couldn't be as bad as how they made him seem. But I think I'm just in a lose situation when it comes down to it, because anybody that I fight, they're going to act like I didn't fight nobody. Even with Edwin. Edwin is a great fighter. But after I beat him, they're going to sit there and say that he wasn't as good.
Ryan Garcia offered his take on the highly anticipated bout, leaning towards Shakur Stevenson as the favorite, while cautioning that Teofimo Lopez cannot be overlooked. Garcia praised Stevenson's speed, technique, and defensive awareness, but also acknowledged Lopez's power, adaptability, and competitive drive. He emphasized that at this level, small moments and tactical decisions often decide the outcome, making this a compelling clash of styles.
I would put my money on Shakur, but shit, I won't be surprised if Teofimo surprises us all, for sure. I think I'm underestimating Teofimo a little bit, but I don't think he can make the necessary adjustments to his own style to combat what Shakur does best. But he could definitely prove me wrong, for sure.
Oscar Valdez shared insight into why he believes Teofimo Lopez has a realistic path to victory. Valdez pointed to Lopez's footwork, balance, and counterpunching ability, noting how he uses spacing and timing to create opportunities. He explained that patience and smart pressure are essential when facing a technician like Stevenson.
You got to hit him first. And Shakur Stevenson, the way he's positioned, the way his back foot's there, and then you see him comfortable, and he's, all right, this is my shot. And you throw it, he just rocks back, or he has that back foot, just steps back, and he has a long reach, so he just counter punches you. And that's part of the game. You get hit and not get hit. And Shakur Stevenson does it to the T. He perfected that since he was an amateur and Olympian, silver medalist, and now he's done it as a professional. Maybe not the whole world enjoys it, but the boxing, the pure boxing fan will maybe appreciate that.
I know you tried to do it, and Shakur's undefeated at this point, but like, how do you beat a Shakur Stevenson?
I think how you beat a Shakur Stevenson, if I can go back.
Valdez added that Lopez must wait for the right moments to strike, using composure and timing to place Stevenson in uncomfortable positions, drawing comparisons to past bouts in boxing history. He explained how disciplined counterpunching and strategic patience have often allowed fighters to overcome technically superior opponents.
Make that damage where he has no other option. And we all got tremendous fighters who box very well. You got Sugar Ray Leonard till Roberto Duran came, and he ended up catching him. You got Sweet Pea Pernell Whitaker. He was an amazing defensive fighter till Zurdo Ramirez came in and beat him. And other fighters. So everyone I think time will tell what type of fighter, but I would say a pressured fighter. Maybe someone like Pitbull. We know Pitbull has had some losses with guys who are even less defensive fighters than Shakur Stevenson. So Rayo Valenzuela and then Gervonta Davis.
Analyst Zach Moses believes Shakur Stevenson holds a clear advantage going into the fight. He cited Stevenson's ring intelligence, movement, and ability to control distance as key factors. While acknowledging Lopez's strength and determination, Moses feels Stevenson's composure and tactical consistency give him the edge against aggressive opponents.
Massive fight against Teofimo, Madison Square Garden next week. How do you see that playing out?
I see him beating the shit out of Teofimo. I see Teo just, I don't want to really say too much, but I see Teo coming to do what he do, and I see Shakur coming to do what he do, and I just see Shakur doing whatever he want, and any type of way he want it, that's how it's gonna be. And next week is a big week, and I can't wait for bro to show everybody, for real.
You said beat the shit out of him. Do you think he's going to stop Teofimo Lopez? Do you think if he wants to, he can?
I mean, he act crazy. I think he can. That's all I'm going to say. He act crazy. I think he can.
Last one. Obviously, with that fight in the horizon, you want to be involved in big fights like that going down, that New York, New Jersey rivalry. Is that something that inspires you when you see Shakur doing this at the highest level?
As the matchup draws closer, opinions remain divided. But one thing is clear. This fight is set to be a true test of skill, strategy, and composure at the highest level. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates as fight night approaches.